Welcome back, Arbor League, and today we are taking a look at a shoutcast that showcases a couple of Pokemon that have recently received move updates as of this season's move buffs and last season's move additions. Alolan Sandslash with Ice Punch and Flygon with Sand Attack. Ice Punch's power has increased from 55 to 60, and Sand Attack is a ground-type one-turn fast move introduced last season with the same DPT and EPT as Mudshot. Not much of a buff for the punches, but it has been noticeable the increase in damage this is output. So like and subscribe and turn notifications on, and let's take a look at the team. And today we are shoutcasting a good friend of the channel and member of the community, Ripley the Random. If you want to check out their channel, it's also in the description below. But today we are running all shadows. Flygon is in the lead with Sand Attack, Dragon Claw, and also new move of Scorching Sands, which has the potential to lower the opponent's attack. Then Shadow Claw number 1, Alolan Sandslash with Shadow Claw, Drill Run, and the buff of Ice Punch. Then it's feraligatr in the back with Shadow Claw, Legacy Hydro Cannon, and Ice Beam. I have not watched these battles yet, so let's all watch them together. I have done a little bit of research though. Today's team rating is DDCA, kind of an ABB style team, perhaps more like an ABC team where we're weak to Fairy and Ice on the lead, protecting from that with our Water, Ice, and Steel type in the back. Now being part ground, we are good against types like Rock, Poison, and Fire. The ground type on Flygon does make Water and Grass neutral on Flygon, however, and Flygon is kind of glassy, so it does need shields. So I played this core before, but Ferrothorn was my third, so it's true ABB fashion, double steel backline, protecting from Ice and Fairy. And generally I've noticed this team also doesn't like fighters, as we have Alolan Sandslash there and everything else is neutral. And they are pretty spammy, like with Karate Chop, charging quickly, and once Flygon is down, it's bad news bears or apes in this case. So we're gonna have to shield up the Thunderbolt with potential Psycho Boost from the Deoxys here. Feraligatr still has a shield, and we've got the other feraligatr coming in, so because they came in with this, probably means they're weak to us in the back. So we're gonna have to shield up the potential Crunch, where there's just a Hydro Cannon, and there's an Alolan Sandslash in the back, so they were weak to us, and we catch the Ice Punch. Hopefully this will take us out, so the opponent does not get any more farm, which it does, but we need about 3 Hydro Cannons here to take this Alolan Sandslash out. So this is possibly we could win this, see how much those Shadow Claws do, but we're not gonna make it. Unfortunately, we don't take that match, but we're up against Swampert in the next match. Now, Water, again, like I said, is neutral on Flygon, so we will throw just before they do. I think that was on the CMP tie, it was on 7, just in case we caught. So they'll have to shield that up, and it was on the CMP tie. So again, Shadow, Flygon are pretty glassy. We'll have to shield this Hydro Cannon up, but the Mudshots, we don't have to worry about damage. So we're going to be able to stay in here and catch a Hydro Cannon on the feraligatr. As resisted, but it's Shadow on, or just regular Shadow, still does a solid amount of chunk damage, but we've baited out a Morpeko here. This is super effective coming in, so I think we're just gonna let this go, because I think we can come in here with Flygon. Sand Attack won't be super effective, but now that Morpeko has gone hangry, we will have to watch out for that neutral Aura Wheel. So honestly, I think even double resisted electric type Aura Wheel coming at Flygon that's has a double boosted Morpeko, they're still gonna have to warrant a shield. So Morpeko does throw, it's just gonna bait us with the Psychic Fangs and go back to the electric, so we can almost farm this down, but we're gonna throw a Dragon Claw just to be safe, because they did build up a lot of energy there. Morpeko lets it go through, and we're shieldless on either side, just going to be the Swampert. I think I probably should have thrown the... We should have thrown the Scorching Sands there, but does the Dragon Claw KO? Yes, it does from this range, and there's a Credilli in the back. So we're going to go for these... Okay, no, we're not going to go for the Scorching Sands. I think that's probably the better move. It just hits a little bit harder and lowers their attack, because Grass is still neutral on us. But we're going to come in here with Alolan Sandslash. They could have Bulldoze, as Bulldoze has gotten a move buff this season and lower the potential debuff, but it's just a resisted grass knot, but that still does a solid amount of damage to Alolan Sandslash. Even the neutral Stone Edge would have done a lot. This super effective Ice Punch coming through will be taking care of the Credilli, as Rock does not resist ice, and Alolan Sandslash takes that win. So we're doing okay with this team here. Pretty good so far, but we've got an Umbreon on the lead in the next match. So Umbreon is pretty bulky, so we should go for the Scorching Sands here. Likewise, it's more of a bulk Pokemon, so its attack isn't very high. We do win CMP, and the Foul Plays don't hit that hard. Scorching Sands does not get the debuff, so we're going to safe swap into Feraligatr. Now Feraligatr, still kind of glassy, plus we're all shadows today, so how much does Foul Play do? It does about almost a third of Feraligatr's health, so we will have to shield this next one up. Because this, we want to get up these Hydro Cannons here. The Shadow Claws are double resisted up against Umbreon's Dark type. We throw in good timing, yes we do, and this Hydro Cannon probably will be taking care of the Umbreon at this health range, which it does. Goodbye Umbreon as a Tropius comes in, but it's not on Razor Leaf, it's on Air Slash, which allowed us to get to that Ice Beam. So does the opponent respect the damage? They do, because they still have 2 shields, but they don't know about our Alolan Sandslash yet. We do not make the next Hydro Cannon, unfortunately, but we can wall all of this energy on Alolan Sandslash. Now I know Air Slash charges quicker than Razor Leaf, so they could have another move here. They probably banked one as a Beedrill comes in. Now we do resist the poison jabs here, but they've also got Drill Run, which is bad news for us as the Steel is takes super effective from the ground, but they don't shield. So we're going to try to farm up to them all the way down. Are we going to shield this up? We are going to be shielding up the Drill, and they're not going to make another one. And the Shadow Claw does take... Oh, we come in with Flygon. Okay. Farm should have come in earlier because these Leaf Blades are neutral. Plus, they resist all our ground moves. Being a Grass Flowers, that's double resisted. So we're going to have to go through this Dragon Claw. Chips away at the Tropius as they continue farming. So I think Shadow Flygon from this range will not survive a Leaf Blade. Maybe... Okay, so we do not. And Alolan Sandslash is, resist these grass moves, but I think too with some farm KO here. So we're going to see how this goes. Shields are completely down now, and how much does this next Leaf Blade do? So, a little over half of what we have left, but we still outpace the Tropius, and Alolan Sandslash will be taking this out. Ice Punch coming through 4 times effective. Goodbye Tropius, and that's a good game. So hard to tell with how much more damage Ice Punch does with things that are 4 times weak against it, but we've got a good lead here with the Clodsires. We resist the Poison and the Stone Edge, but not the Earthquake, but they decide to swap and weaken wall all of Abomasnow's energy with Alolan Sandslash. This is kind of why I like Shadow Claw. I mean, it still does neutral with Powder Snow, but at least Shadow Claw, I think it charges a little bit quicker, so we're going to get those Ice Punches off a little sooner. So the opponent is just willing to go in the ones here, I would imagine, because I mean, even an Energy Ball does so much damage. I let one go to Alolan Sandslash the other day of Shadow, and it still did about like 3/4 of my health. But I think we should have shielded the... It was kind of risky there. I mean, he's still bait, but it was kind of risky as the Energy Ball could have the debuff of lowering your defense. So we should have shielded the second one and not the first one, but then we would have got baited, as we can tell. So this next neutral Ice Punch, they're actually willing to try to save Abomasnow for the Flygon, but we outpace them to 2 more Ice Punches. Goodbye Abomasnow, and that shield was useless as a Quagsire comes in. So Quagsire is super effective to us as they're mud-shutting us down, but how much does his Ice Punch do to a full health Quagsire? Let's see. Ouch! So it does about almost half, like 1/3 to a half. So that's a little bit more Quagsire that we don't have to deal with. This Mud Bomb or Aqua Tail will be taking us out from this range, as it's still neutral to us with water on Quagsire. So because we don't want to have them get a move off, so we're going to throw this Dragon Claw right away. This will be taking care of the Quagsire. And the Clodsire comes back in, and how much does a Scorching Sands do? So we're going to shield this just in case it is the Earthquake. I think we would have survived a Stone Edge or a Sludge Bomb. Is the Stone Edge, but we've got a full health Feraligatr, and how much does a Scorching Sands do to the Clodsire? I would imagine you need 2, but Shadow Flygon takes it out in 1, and we take that game. Shadow Flygon hitting like a truck. Oh, so I'm impressed. I actually started using my Flygon, like once I saw Ripley come out, or start using his, so it's actually really fun to use. We've got an amazing matchup on the opponent's side here. They're staying in with a Raichu, and we've already sand attacked them down to like just about under half health here. So we're going to bait with the Shadow Claw because they want to get that Trailblaze off on the CMP tie. So Shadow Flygon wins CMP up against the Raichu. It's just going to be a wild charge. Would have been double resisted, and an Altaria comes in. So we're maybe kind of lagging there. I think we built up to a Dragon Claw just in case, but we've got Alolan Sandslash. We wall all of Altaria's energy here. Now, Powder Snow would be like ideal on Dragon Safe Swaps like this, because that Sky Attack still kind of hurt, by the way. But this Ice Punch, now that it is buffed, will be warranting this Altaria's shield. Means Powder Snow is 4 times effective, so like as a fast move, it probably would be doing more damage. We've got still walling all of Altaria's energy here. Ice Punch actually takes Altaria out, so maybe before, I don't think it might have. Like, we probably would have needed some Ice Punch and some farm there, but Alolan Sandslash able to take care of the Altaria right away, and the Raichu, and we've gotten the Azumarill come in, so I think this still might be doable. I mean, we've got a shield versus a full health Azumarill. How much does this drill run do? Does a solid amount of chip damage, and we're going to get to that Scorching Sands actually too, because all the energy would be walled on feraligatr. And how much does the Scorching Sands do? Almost takes the Azumarill out, but we can Shadow Claw down from here and just shield, or let this go because a player off even does not KO. Just going to be the Ice Beam, also resisted, and feraligatr will be taking this game. The opponent does not surrender in time. It looks like they tried to, but they got farmed down before that even happened. So 2 turn fast moves and 1 turn fast moves. Getting to that top left before you did, bud. So good game to that trainer. So yeah, like I do like this team kind of, but like I said, it's still, with all the fighters coming in, I've even seen some Machamps coming back in Great League. So they're pretty bad on the lead, and they outpace a lot too. So let's see how we do up against this Mandibuzz. We're gonna have to safe swap into feraligatr. I know these Shadow Claws are double resisted by Mandibuzz's Dark type, but we outpace to these Hydro Cannons, so we're just gonna build up as much energy as we can. We can take one of anything that Mandibuzz throws, but they swap into a Poliwrath. So again, not did I see Mud Shot there? Maybe this might not be bad. If they don't have counter, it's not terrible. I don't know why they shield. And it is Mud Shot. I saw the splashes and not the fists. So they're on Mud Shot here, so they're not doing as much damage as they are with counter. Oh, it still kind of hurts Poliwrath. Like, Poliwrath is still like relatively like a moderate bulk, but it still hurts in the Great League. Resisted Ice Punch takes us out, and because they're on Mud Shot, they charge quicker than counters, so we're gonna have to shield up this double super effective Ice Punch on Shadow Flygon, because that hurts. I don't know why they're not on Icy Wind, but they swap back out into Ninetales, and they're weak to our ground type. So we're gonna bait with the Dragon Claw here, because Scorching will be taking them out, and they've already shielded. Will they shield again to protect this A9? They do, because we have not oh my gosh, okay, what are we doing here? Maybe trying to build up some more energy for that Poliwrath, because it's bad news bears for the Alolan Sandslash. So we do have to shield up a move here just to preserve some health, and we're going to let a Weather Ball go. It is resistant, but it's the Scorching Sands. Takes us out. One Fire Spin does so much damage here, but we've still got a shield up against this Mandibuzz, because this Mandibuzz and Poliwrath, I don't know why they're not coming back in with Poliwrath here, because maybe they're just trying to get our shields away with this foul play, because it does a, oh, they even bait with aerial A's. Oh my goodness. Like, I know we are still in the kind of lower ranks in Great League, like not quite getting up to ace yet, but doesn't mean that we're bad at playing. That Poliwrath was low, so we're able to actually build up the back-to-back Ice Punches here. I still think we need 3 to take Mandibuzz out from this range. These Shadow Claws are double resisted. First one, oh, it does about half, a little over half of what of Mandibuzz's health was, so no problem. We're only going to need 2 here, so even if they had like a shield, this is absolutely over, because we're at 1 3/4. We only need 2 more Shadow Claws more, but this takes it out, and Ice Punch has earned its credibility in how much it's been buffed, because I think we would have needed about 3 there to take Mandibuzz out. So we're up against another Swampert here. Again, we still have to watch over that Hydro Cannon. We are Shadow, but they're not, so we catch on feraligatr, and hopefully this was the Hydro Cannon. The opponent does fall into our trap, but they're staying in, because that still did a lot of damage to feraligatr. So we're going to let them throw 1 more and just shield this up and build up to 2. That way we can get either both of their shields or take this Swampert out, because we're Shadow, and it's going to hurt them a lot more now that they've gotten Shadow Claw down below half health. So we do outpace to the next one as well. What does the opponent decide to do? Shields number 1, 1 and throw, and again, we'll see what the opponent decides to do. Does that get both of their shields? It does. So Swamperts kind of always want to preserve switch. We're going to let this one go. And I think come back in with Flygon. We've got some energy stored there, so we can get a Dragon Claw off. Throw a little bit more just before they get to their next one. They're not going to throw either, so this Dragon Claw will be taking care of what's up to the Swampert, even if it was a little bit healthier. So goodbye Swampert, and what is in the back? It's going to be a Nidoqueen! So not even a Clodsire, we've got Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen a little less bulky than Clodsire, obviously. So this Scorching Sands will be taking care of the Nidoqueen. Yes, it will, and there's another Scorching Sands coming your way up against K9. So again, Flygon core breaking this team, again, taking care of everything, hitting everything like a freaking truck and taking that game. So Shadow Flygon hits so hard. Again, another reason why they're glass cannons, but doesn't mean that they're bad Pokemon, even if they're not that bulky. It's kind of bad. We've got a Pelipper on the lead in the next one, as again, Flyers resisting our ground attacks, but we can still go for that claw or catch a weather ball on feraligatr. Hopefully this was just a weather ball, not a hurricane, and it's better that we're catching a weather ball, not a hydro cannon, so that it doesn't do as much damage. But a Swampert comes in extremely late, so late that we've got 2 hydro cannons ready to go, and if they do want to preserve switch or make anything of use of this swap, they're going to have to shield, because we are Shadow, and again, feraligatr hits pretty hard, I would say, even like for these legacy hydro cannons. Hydro cannon hurts pretty hard in general, so we've got 2 more ready to go for that Swampert, 1 for the shield and 1 for the KO. So let's see what this opponent decides to do. Do they want to maintain switch with their regular Swampert? They do not. They just want to play out the ones, and we're going to go for that neutral Ice Beam on the Pelipper, as water resist, flying takes super effective. And how much does this Ice Beam do? Okay, so just about KO's Pelipper, 1 wing attack and Shadow Claw KO, and we've got Flygon, the dragon, on the fire. Now we do have to throw about 3 or 4 claws here, but those resisted Incinerate still hurt Flygon so much. They do not look resisted. They don't look super effective, but they look pretty neutral despite Flygon's typing, and we're Shadow, so we're taking 20% more from these Incinerates and 20% more still from that boosted Incinerate. So I don't know if we're gonna get 2 claws off here. This is pretty scary. 4 times boosted Talonflame up against a 4 times effective Alolan Sandslash, and we do get the next move off. So thankfully, Flygon able to outpace Talonflame severely, getting that Scorching Sands off and escaping that loss. So that was really scary. That was really freaking scary. So we got a 0 on the lead in the next one. Again, water's neutral, and at least we're doing neutral damage back with Sand Attack and not Dragon Breath that's resisted. We're still going to catch something on feraligatr here. So Ice Beam is 4 times effective, more energy efficient than Play Rough. So it's good that we caught the Ice Beam and not the Play Rough on feraligatr here, as it is resisted. Now, going to line up that Alolan Sandslash actually looks like it's going to be good here. They are going to have to shield up these 2 Ice Beams because they come in with that Jump Up extremely late. So 4 times effective Ice Beam coming through, takes the Jump Up out with no shields, and back in comes the Azumarill. So again, worst case Ontario, we can come into the Azumarill with Alolan Sandslash, but I think we are going to shield this up, I think. Okay, so Ripley's going to let it go. It's just going to be another resisted Ice Beam, not a Play Rough. Just about takes us out. Oh, we almost get there. Oh, so close. That's okay. If they've just got Ice Beam and Play Rough, then we're going to wall all the energy. I mean, the bubbles are sort of hurting us because they're neutral, but we resist the Ice Beam and the Play Rough. Just, oh, no shielding. Do they have Hydro Pump? They do not. So, but you see, Alolan Sandslash still takes so much damage from the Play Rough there. So, again, these should have gone for the drill run, maybe. I think we still have, we're up shields against the opponent. Ice Punch actually KOs from there. So we have 2 shields because Malamar comes in. We're resisting these Psy Waves on our Steel type, but they've got super power. Even the Foul Play hurts Alolan Sandslash from this range. So they shield up the first drill run, get a Psy Wave through, and they're going to probably shield up the second one. I think we're still kind of low on our Flygon here. They let that go, but we've got a Scorching Sands ready to go. So this will be taking care of the Malamar if they don't know what it is. They have no shields, so we just won 2 shields, so that's pretty awesome actually. So GG's to Ripley on that one, a 2-shield flex with the Shadow Flygon. Another good match, more Pico into our ground type here is pretty good. Everything's super effective, and we just have to watch it for that dark. Oh, here comes a G-Fisk. So core broken instantly by. I guess they're still weak to fighting though with the steel and the dark type. They're weak to the. That's a brave team for all these Primeapes and Annihilapes and the champs running around. That's crazy. That's absolutely. This opponent is wild. This opponent is on a suicide mission, I guess. I don't know. They're getting destroyed by our Flygon here. Ground type instantly core breaks them as well. Not like you see a lot of ground types, but maybe more Clodsire. So they're going to play out the ones there because Earthquake still would have hurt us a little bit. And we've got a Crunchyroll, and see, these resisted Incinerate still hurt so much. They hurt so much, even a Crunchyroll KO from this range. So we're going to shield this up. We've got a Water type with Shadow Claw in the back. They're not quite Ghost type yet because they are a Crocodile and not a Skeletor. So we've got 2 claws here. Are we going to win CMP on the Crunch though? So we'll have to, or the Disarming Voice. We'll have to see. Showing up the first claw, and they over tap maybe, or not quite at the move. I'm pretty sure 2 Incinerates here, at least a Disarming Voice. So they're going to get taken out by that claw, come back in with a more Pico, and still not get farmed down. Shadow Flygon is not done. He's going to solo this team. Here comes the Scorching Sands. Hello, Morpeko. Goodbye, Morpeko. And that is a good game. Really amazing and entertaining battles. Thanks again to Ripley for the submissions. Let's keep it going, guys. If you want to see more of this wild and crazy content, submit your battles in the form below to get your content featured on this channel. If you're enjoying the content, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on, because there will be much more Pokemon Go content to come. Check out the Discord, come hang out, discuss teams or nonsense, stream some battles, or post your teams and get featured in a graphic or video. We're also on Facebook if Discord isn't your thing. My updates page, the group, and chat link is also available in the description. And we might be straight out of TMs, but we are not straight out of merch. We've got some shirts, hoodies, magnets, coffee mugs, whatever you guys want with my branding on it. So check that out in the comment descriptions as well. But that's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you again, everyone, so much for watching and supporting the channel. I've been ArborAndy, and I'll see you about in the next one.